Okay, my name's Matt.
And I'm Sean from Unchained Books in Fort Collins, Colorado.
It's a Books to Prisoners organization. We send books free of charge to people in prison throughout Colorado.
We started, what, 4 years ago?
4
years ago. It started originally as a letter writing campaign, kind of, for prisoners, and kind of evolved into more book-centered projects.
Yeah.
I mean, so it started as a letter writing campaign, so did you actually get prisoners that wrote back asking for books? Is that maybe? Or it was just...
We started off, no, we started off just as trying to write some letters to folks in prison. And then I guess we learned through various ways that, that books are just, there's not enough access to books and reading and education, things like that, in prisons, in jails. So we thought it would be sort of fun to develop the little project that we'd started into a book project.
Do you actually send like to county jails also, or it's just prisons?
No,
prison,
we have tried to get books into the Larimer County jail here and the ICE detention center in Aurora, but neither of them will accept used books. So it's actually really difficult to get books into those two facilities.
Used?
Yeah, they won't take, and not all we deal with are used books. We just get them donated from individuals and different libraries and things like that around.
So do you have a website?
Yeah, we do actually. It's not terribly active right now, but it does have some good information. It's www.unchainedbooks.wordpress.com. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think so.
Do you accept donations?
We definitely
We
accept
absolutely
donations.
accept.
Do you have like a
donations, yes.
WePay or something on your website?
There's a it's not WePay. I think it's PayPal. So it should probably be changed, right? Because
Yes.
WePal a little better.
WePay, yeah.
Yeah.
WePay, and we'll talk about that
And we're on
later.
Okay.
Facebook too. We're on Facebook too. You can find us. It's facebook.com/Unchained Books, I think. I hope.
So why how did this start? Have any of you been in prison before, or just...
Some of the folks involved have just been in jail, and that was
So-
enough of an experience to be like, wow, if jail is like this, what about folks who are in this kind of a situation for months or years on end?
And do you get volunteers to help you out, or...
Yeah, we have an always influx group of people who show up sometimes.
Yeah.
You mentioned inside, sometimes for a while a class from an alternative high school came a couple times to help package books.
We've had visitors from the Mennonite Church come. We did a presentation at the Mennonite Church here in town.
CSU students,
Yeah.
some classes. There's a professor on campus who works a lot with women and prison issues, and she's sent some of her students over before.
To help with packing and stuff?
Yep, as part of even some of their schoolwork, and then they bring their experiences back and the things that they've learned and integrate that into their schoolwork. So that's been a big help too.
So how does we were packing the book, so how does that process work?
Well, people write. I don't know how the cycle started originally, but we have people we send flyers with each package, and then they pass them around, so it spreads like that. But we have people, they just send us a letter with what subjects they're interested in, or sometimes specific books, which is a lot harder to fill because we
I
don't
got
have
that one.
and then so we try and fill it as best we can to what they're looking for, and then we package up the book and send them off.
Yeah.
And there's probably a few more steps, but generally that's how it goes.
Yeah. So, and you carry all the expense through donations and stuff, mailing them out.
Yeah.
So donations are good.
Donations are very good.
definitely
In fact,
good.
That's the only thing that keeps us going. All the books are donated, of course, and then all the packaging fees, that's our only real expense.
Yeah.
But the postage fees.
Have you thought about maybe going to the public library or schools or something that are cycling their books and getting books from there?
Actually, friends of the library, when they have book sales, they've let us come sometimes, on the last day at the end, and just take a few boxes of books.
All right, yeah.
That's been really helpful too.
There's been a few departments on campus that have donated generous portions.
And do you have people that donate, like individuals?
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
them. Yep.
A lot of people.
A lot of folks we'll get emails kind of out of the blue. Hey, I heard about your group or something like that. Or like Sean mentioned, we did a presentation at the Mennonite Church. They asked us to come and tell about the project, and so we got. We met people from that group who have continued to donate books to us. There's a lot of different people in the community, campus community, the city community, the libraries, a lot of places like that.
Okay, what about, and I probably know the answer to this, but the books that you send to the prisoners, when they're done with the books, what happens with those books?
I don't know.
Well, we do hear back from folks and
Yeah.
letters. Usually they say like, hey, I'm going to pass this on to a cellmate or somebody else on the floor.
Into a prison library or something.
And in fact, in one of the federal prisons in Colorado, one of the wings, the prisoners started their own library, and so it wasn't through the administration, but it was actual prisoners who had been getting books from Unchained Books. And they started having all these books, and they're like, hey, let's share these with each other. And we got a couple of letters about detailing this process, and that was right after that is when the prison quit accepting our books. So it seems like, who knows, maybe it was just coincidence, but we've since been able to get to figure out a solution to that.
And it's only in Colorado. About how many prisons do you think you send books to?
It's pretty limited. I think we're at about 8 or 9 right now.
Yeah, we used to have more, but then 3 of them stopped recently accepting used books.
8 or 9 is great. I mean, imagine all the people you're getting books to.
Yeah, but there's something like 30 though, in Colorado. We'd love to be able to get some more of them, but
Are these private prisons or?
There's private prisons, state prisons, and then a couple of federal prisons.
By any chance, are the private prisons the ones that stopped you from sending books?
Actually, it's the state and private ones. There's nothing. We haven't found any like uniform system there. Yeah, it's just some of them decide to not accept them. Some of us we call and talk to the mailroom, and some of them tell us straight off, no, we won't accept your books. And then others say, yeah, we'll accept them, and then that worked for maybe a year, and then they quit taking them, and send something back in the return packages saying they don't accept these books anymore.
Jeez.
So that's been a struggle, and we ultimately, I mean, in the long run, we'd love to be able to figure out a strategy for dealing with that, and somehow influencing the policies at those prisons so that they start accepting used books, start accepting books from groups like this.
yeah,
For a lot of folks, of course, it's the only way to get books.
yeah.
About in 3 or 4 years, about how many books, or not books, I know it's going to be a lot, about how many inmates, or I hate that word, but
It really is. We probably have all the letters still.
Yeah,
we could go like count them, but a lot.
so you save the letters.
We do. We save them in shoe boxes, and we filled up several shoe boxes worth of
Yeah.
letters. So
And when you send the books, you put something in there. What is it?
With the package, we send what do we send? We send a flyer, a couple flyers, and then we write a note usually too, just saying, hey, hope you like the books. Let us know when you want more. That's what I write, but
just a personal note.
just
of some
yeah,
sort.
it's a little more like human interaction, like not just here's some, a package just shows up. So it's kind of nice to say, hey, what's up?
So before you close, anything that you guys would like to say? Anything particular?
Well, thanks for coming here.
Yeah,
today.
for sure.
It's
Thanks for helping out.
how this continues to work is because
That people show up and package up books and bring books and donate some money or help us organize a party or something.
Well, I like to put this on our website and on YouTube and all that, so hopefully people see it and donate and
That'd be awesome.
that really would
help
be.
you out a little bit more.
Definitely open to donations and
We
help too.
We always kind of struggle with staying on top of that. Just we send out 20 or 30 packages of books every 2 weeks that we get together and do this, and so that adds up with the postage pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And it's I guess $4 or $5 usually sends one package of books, so it's kind of nice to give that figure so folks know, like, hey, if I give them $5, that's a package of books.
Is that like
4 or 5 books that somebody gets to receive in prison.
is that like mail or FedEx or?
No, we use the media mail through the United States Post Office. That's for us
so
the
it's
cheapest.
cheaper?
Yep, that's the best that we found anyway.
So like at least a $5 donation would help.
That'd be a great help, yeah. And if you're in town, come package some books.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yes.
And if you have books,
We got today we got a lot done because there's a lot of people today, and so we got way caught up. So
You and Dave showed up, and some folks that oftentimes aren't here, so that all that.
so
worries.
and if people have books, they can call you or email you.
yeah, wait.
Check on your website if they have
Yep.
books.
We have an email. It's listed
Is
on the
it?
website.
Oh yeah, it's on our website, our email. So yeah,
Unchained
we can
books.
arrange to pick up books too if people don't have a way to get them to us.
Yep. We have a couple of drop-off locations in town, which are just private people's addresses where they they can just drop them off if they want there after they communicate with us, or we can always arrange, like Sean said, to stop by and pick them up. So it started as with a group of folks writing letters to political prisoners, and with the idea though of morphing into a Books to Prisoners project when there was enough momentum and energy to make that happen, because at the time it was just a couple of people and there wasn't really a space for it or the resources to get it started. So once a few people were interested in it and kind of working on it in that general direction, that's when we decided, hey, let's make this into a Books to Prisoners project. And we did get help from another Books to Prisoners project, or somebody who had gone through a similar process, and they gave us some tips and suggestions how to get it off the ground.
So ideally, they can go on your website, get your email, send you a message, and then from there you can go back and forth on how to get them.
Yep. And it's Unchained Books at riseup.net, just in case you have difficulty finding it on the website.
What was that again?
Unchained Books at riseup.net.
All right, gentlemen.
Thank you
Thank
very
you very
much for
much.
being here today.